Hey there, Toonami faithful, and welcome back aboard Toonami Absolution, where we talk about the shows that made us us and the shows that made you you. Once again, we are your hosts. My name is Alex.
I'm Sam.
And I'm John, and we're continuing with Transformers Beast Wars with The Web and Equal Measures, aired originally September 18th, 1996, and September 23rd, 1996. Ooh.
So a lot of Cheetor.
A lot of Cheetor.
Yeah, these episodes are basically, my subtitle of them is, Why is Cheetor in the army? Considering he just doesn't seem to listen to orders, doesn't seem to particularly like it.
So Cheetor is in the grand tradition of Transformers character. He is the Bumblebee for the show. And if you're not familiar with G1 Bumblebee, you're going to be very confused why I'm saying that. G1 Bumblebee was the kid character. He was like literally a child soldier. I'm genuinely not kidding when I say that. But Bumblebee was the character that was made to be popular with the younger set of kids that would be watching the show. That was the whole point of the character. Cheetor kind of falls into that same category of character where the whole point is that we have our big hero character, but everybody likes Robin. He's Robin.
Yeah. Do we
Let me
also
bring this up because the voices in this episode are noticeably different from the two we had previously. They've all lost different bits of their voice. Cheetah whines less in his voice. It sounds like they are trying to make them sound older now.
Yeah, production wise, usually, so for Transformers series, usually the first batch of episodes are kind like I remember you guys mentioning last week that the first two episodes felt like a more of like a mini movie. That's pretty common in Transformers stuff where they'll film like the opening thing or they'll make the opening thing as something that you can watch as a film, and then everything else is a little bit different afterwards. Like the original Transformers has a four-part opening. Transformers Prime has a four-part opening that feels like a movie. Like it's a very common thing to do in this franchise. So yeah, if they sound different, that's because this was probably filmed or like recorded way after the initial one.
yeah. So more Predacons this time around too. Arachnid arachnid oriented Predacons no less.
Tarantulas.
Tarantus is weird. I'm slightly disturbed by him.
And
Good.
We should have done that first episode because that first episode, what that not the first episode of Beast Wars, which was one, but the first of this, the Web, is a wild start to an episode because Cheetor just gets absolutely obliterated by a missile. I guess this is the advantage of them being robots. You can blow them up without really having to worry about the sensors because he just gets mangled.
Yep.
he gets mollywopped, and especially this third episode, quite a bit. I mean, there's Scorpnarok.
Scorponok.
Scorponok. There's Scorponok and Tarantulas that basically show him the price of being recklessly impulsive throughout this. We talk about a lot of stuff we cover shoehorning moral messages, and this one's like, look before you leap, because arachnid Predacons are going to beat the crap out of you.
We'll tie you to a web and try and eat your that there's a scene is where he's on this energy web and they have this conversation because Cheetor says, I don't have any real blood, just mech fluid, which implies there are Transformers with real blood available, which is a terrifying image I don't want to think about. But then he's like, oh, my filters will adapt. I do the act more for the pleasure than the nourishment. I'm like, you are a weird little thing, you.
Oh, freak. We got a freak.
Oh, you don't even know from Freak when we get further into Beast Wars. See, that's the thing that I think people forget about Transformers a lot is that Transformers has a ton of body horror in it. It is a very body horror forward franchise, and you're going to be getting more of that throughout Beast Wars. I just not for nothing. Like in Transformers Prime in particular, there's a whole subplot about desecrating corpses. Like that's a whole subplot.
Yay!
And I'm not joking. Like, and in this one, Tarantulas is being 100% serious because part of the thing about being the Maximals and the Predacons is that they do get a certain level of biological upgrade. That Tarantulas is not joking when he says he will drink the fluids out of him. That is a thing that Tarantulas can do, and in the comics, does very effectively.
Yeah.
Oh, you've transferred your fluids.
Man.
Talking of body horror, I'm still very happy that Rat Trap, whenever he transforms, sounds like he's dying. The voice actor just can't scream. He's like, maximize! He sounds like he's about to die in the booth.
It's actually very funny because Rat Trap's voice actor is voicing a lot of characters in this show.
Oh,
He's voicing a ton of characters.
That's why
he also does Dinobot.
Does he? That's
Yeah,
range.
that's Scott McNeil. Scott McNeil does a couple of characters, and I don't know if he's also Pterosaur. I'm actually going to Google it really quick while you guys continue to talk.
I mean, this is like the era of Scott McNeil. Like he was, in addition to Beast Wars, he was the Ocean Dub Piccolo.
He was.
He was one of the characters in Zeta Gundam, not Zeta Gundam, Gundam Wing, not Hero, but he was one of those characters. Yeah, we get a lot of Scott McNeil. We love Scott McNeil in this house.
We respect Scott McNeil. Specifically in Beast Wars, he's Rat Trap, Dinobot, Waspinator, Silverbolt, and Cicada Con. So he's 5 different characters.
So he's all the fun ones. Okay, got it.
He's all the fun ones. He's all the best ones. Also, just finding out that Dinobot has his own Wikipedia entry.
Good for Dinobot.
Yeah, does Optimus Primal?
Optimus Primal. I'm actually checking right now. Optimus Primal does not have his own Wikipedia page.
Predacon cultural victory.
Predacon cultural victory.
Dinobot is the more complex character trying to find his way.
Or he will become so, because the 4th episode is not a good showing.
I have a new life goal now. I need to find a way of getting myself cited on the Dinobot Wikipedia page. I've already done it for Utena and Evangelion. I can do it for this.
Yeah, I'm cited on the Mortal Kombat 2021 movie Wikipedia page.
Ah, damn it! I gotta get cited by something. But yeah, so in the web episode. We get introduced to a new Predacon, Tarantulas, because we well, not introduced, but you know what I mean.
We saw him, yeah. I thought we saw him before.
We saw him, but we get to like know him better because Tarantulas is going to basically fulfill the positioning of Shockwave in the original series, but he's going to be doing it in a much crazier way, and that's going to inform the comics later on. And then we get the 4th episode where we get Dinobot pulling some Starscream stuff with Optimus Primal for a little bit, just for the sake of revenge.
The 4th episode is an episode where, again, I wish these were 5 minutes longer because that episode goes by at such a pace. It's near impossible to keep track of what's going on. But I do quite like Dinobot spending the entire episode, like the start of the episode going, we must destroy all the Preds whenever we see them. Then he is granted the perfect chance to do one and just throws them into Optimus Prime's catapult door that just sort of Looney Tunes you out the base.
I mean, yeah.
I feel like Sam. I feel like I'm torturing Sam with this show right now.
Look. I like Transformers in the abstract. This was a show, and I think I mentioned this last week as well. This was like this first early era CG, where everything was cool because it was like, oh, it's Quest World, oh, it's CG, oh, it's like Toy Story. This looks really nice. For me, and we explained this last week as well, I like Transformers being vehicles, or in the case of OG Megatron, a gun. Like, so the fact that like you've got Pterosaur and
Right.
who else do we get in these episodes? Waspinator. We've mentioned Waspinator.
Yeah, hell on you, God.
Hail our new god, Waspinator.
My friend, actually, this episode is interesting. I really find amusing is that we have all Transformers turn on these animals, but their base is hilariously non-accessible. Like when they're looking at the hologram of the base, Rhinox has to like do this weird like upsies thing to see because he's quadrupedal. It's like, really, you couldn't have made sure everyone got the same legs, Optimus Primal, or like, there's some weird flex. And then the rat can never see anything. It's like, again,
I,
this is why we need you to be a better leader.
remember, Optimus Primal he's a young guy. He's still getting his
He's,
war legs under him. You know,
he,
like
yesterday he was Curious George, and today he's leading the army.
and today he's leading the army. Like it's interesting because the Optimus character throughout all the different Transformers gets so many different like versions of him. Like you have Optimus Prime from G1, who, if nobody remembers this, was a basketball playing robot. He loved basketball. I don't know if you guys know that.
I
Then you
don't
have
know.
Oh yeah, no, G1 Optimus, very different than the modern concept of Optimus Prime. Then you have like Optimus Primal, who is still a little bit younger and still getting his feet under him. Then you have the Optimus of like Transformers Animated, who is an intern. He's just an intern. And then you go back to, and then you have Optimus Prime in Armada, who is very much the traditional Optimus, and then you have the traditional Optimus again when you get to Prime. But Optimus Primal, what I think is very interesting is like as opposed to a bunch of the other Transformers things, Optimus Primal doesn't actually have a lot to do in these episodes.
He
Like,
doesn't. Yeah, he doesn't do a lot here. Frankly, Megatron doesn't do a lot here. All he does is like let Cheetor go.
Yeah,
Like,
I was going to bring that up as well. Like when Megatron sort of flew in on his like flying Segway, I was like, oh right, we haven't seen Megatron since he was stood on a rock shooting at people like the end of Beast Wars Part 2. He's not particularly busy.
yeah, you will be catching him in a bubble bath with rubber duckies at a certain point in this show. No, I am not joking. Yes, I am
Oh,
serious.
good. I hope it's like the Malshina twist from Akiba Ranger.
It's not unlike that, but yeah, it's interesting to me going back to this is how Optimus and Megatron are so very much the central characters of this franchise, and in this particular series, in the beginning, we don't get a lot with them. We get more with Cheetor and Rat Trap, and even more with Terrorsaur of all characters. So
Yeah, it's definitely interesting that we had like straight after the pilot, the first two focus episodes we get are both Cheetah learns the same lesson twice.
yeah, yeah.
Um,
He uses it to save all Cybertronians in episode 4.
he does.
he does.
I do like manipulative Dinobot being like, I know you can do it. It,
It's
it
they really like to your point, Alex. It really does feel like they are made of a piece. Like they make them in batches. Like, okay, this is one story. This is the Cheetor story twice.
If a story's worth writing once, it's worth making twice.
Yeah, we were already using all these assets. Let's keep using these assets for another Cheetor centric story. Cool.
using the assets.
One thing I particularly I we say that, but the third episode has a really bizarre dream sequence of Cheetor's dying dream,
Yep.
which so I looked this up. Am I right to believe this is the only time we'll be seeing sort of OG Cybertron in this series?
It's the only time we'll see Cybertron. It's not the only time we'll see other Cybertronians.
Okay, because we see Starscream in his plane form in that dream.
Yeah. We
Yeah,
will
and
see Starscream again in this show.
oh, good, because I saw that and had a brief moment of like, have I sat on the remote again, and, like flipped to a different show? Because it was just so sudden out of nowhere. I was like, oh no, he's dead. Okay, it's fine.
Oh, dead
I-
Starscream.
Yeah, there's a whole time travel thing that we're gonna get into. Do we even get into that this season?
We don't.
It's just
We do not.
it's just lingering over us.
Yeah, I distinctly remember there being a time travel element. Do we not touch on that yet?
That's a season 2 thing, baby. Like
Oh yeah.
we're gonna. Oh, it's gonna get crazy.
I have two other questions for you about this actually, because my favorite thing is I looked the episodes up and I found some fan talk about them. So am I right to believe the Mega Cannon never comes up again?
Nope, never comes up again.
And the two veins of Energon under both bases, mutually assured destruction, also never comes back up again?
Never comes back up again. It exists. They're aware of it. Like the truly interesting thing about it is, and this happens so many times in this particular franchise, is you'll get the beginning of the first season, or the majority of the first season will be very like individualized, like problem of the week episodes, and then you'll hit like season 2 or like the middle point of season 1, and all of a sudden the big overarching plot comes in and nobody's ready for it. like I know that a lot of people who worked on Reboot also worked on this show, and I am 99% sure that this show followed the Reboot pattern because of that.
It just
I
made,
do feel like we get some mythology centric episodes in like 5, 6, maybe.
Yeah.
it just made me laugh because I had my notes when I was watching this. I tried to go into these things as cold as possible. And I was like, okay, that's actually two really interesting plot points. Megatron's got this really big gun he can use, but also we are in a mad situation. And I look these episodes up and find fans going, yeah, these never come up again. It's like, well, just delete half my compliments for the episode.
Because Cheetor learned his lesson.
Cheetor learned.
Uh,
It I do like when Cheetor is going to arc at a certain point in this show in a similar way that Bumblebee gets to arc. But it is very fun watching the characters interact at this stage of the show because you still have like I said, Dinobot doing the Starscream thing of trying to ruin everyone's day because his ex-husband is really pissed at him. You get like Optimus trying to be the best leader he can be, but not having the same gravitas of Optimus Prime, which I genuinely appreciate. And then you have all the Predacons just kind of doing their own thing. Like the Predacons they're just not being managed very well. And I think that's so indicative of the Predacon Decepticon management structure.
Yeah, Tarantulas is just hanging out in their like web, waiting for prey, like a
He's
tarantula.
hungry.
in their base. Yeah, I will say I really like the fact it did the hunter spider thing of hiding under a rock, then coming out and pulling Cheetor in. That was a nice touch. It does. I do like how some of these characters have gone like, well, I'm an animal, I'm gonna start acting like that animal entirely, while others are like, maybe not.
Yeah.
Like
You're
Rat
right.
Trap was developed an affinity for garbage. Just
It did.
Which is funny because where is he getting the garbage from? Is
that's one of my notes. Where does he find? Because my thing, he comes in with an apple. He's eating his apple, and then there's just one cutscene of him eating the entire core. But it's an animation error, so he just throws it through the side of his face. But then I was like, so that's a weird animation. And then I sat there going, wait, where did he get an apple from? Are they carrying apples on their ship? Cybertronic apples. It's like all their food is like fake, like it's like the vegan meats you get that are designed to look like steaks. All their food is like energon shaped to look like different foods.
Yeah. It's like Blade Runner 2049 where they like project the food on top of the gruel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is like
I also do admire Rat Trap's solution to the web problem of just throw the computer. It does work in real life as well, so it's a nice relatable message for kids.
Yeah, just chuck it. Just
any technology that cannot be defeated can be thrown.
Yeah. Don't play by its rules. Don't play by its rules. Rat Trap.
Who cares if your friend's plugged into it? I'm sure it can't go that wrong.
I do have to say, I do like Cheetor at both, kind of at the end of both of these episodes, being like, I won't do it again, Optimus, until I do it again.
Oh, that was my favorite. Episode 4 ends with that. But they do the sitcom ending of like freeze on everyone laughing. Like, oh, Cheetor, you're getting court-martialed.
Oh, Cheetor, you're gonna get us killed one day. Like,
John, you're on the forums and stuff. What was the contemporary reaction to like Toonami getting a Transformers show?
People seem to like it. Keep in mind, it had already been shown on other channels before I got to Toonami.
That's right, because it was syndicated.
So yeah, I found a lot of syndication stuff for this, but generally the reviews are positive. I think it helps, unlike as we were talking about this with the Iron Giant, we've got a negative review. I think this was early enough in Toonami's life. Toonami didn't really have an identity beyond being, we are the 4 o'clock after school slot. This was still when Toonami had the red bubble logo. So it was just, this is just it's not like we haven't got really a Tom yet. And that's sort of, when Tom comes in, I think is when you sort of Toonami has a thing it's doing. But yeah, everyone seemed to like it.
Yeah. I mean, you got to remember that Beast Wars won a daytime Emmy in '97.
It did.
Like, it won an Emmy. Like, this is an Emmy award-winning show.
I did look. They didn't have Cheetor come and collect the Emmy for.
Yeah. Or Waspinator.
Wasbinator.
I would like to thank the Academy. In future seasons, I will become an Emmy.
Oh man, well, Emmy shaped Waspinator. That would be amazing.
Waspinator is the only one who has like meta knowledge, so he just starts talking about the ratings to Optimus Prime. Was like, what's going on with this kid? These are some episodes. Again, I do find it funny how we have kind of the Optimus's plot in these episodes are him standing with Dinobot, basically going, "We should be tactical." Dinobot going, "We should kill them all." And that's just their conversation. That's all they're doing these two episodes.
Yeah. It's the Goku Vegeta vibe, basically.
It's so interesting because like, I'm gonna get on my Transformers soapbox for like a hot second here, right? Like the interesting thing that kind of sets Dinobot apart from Starscream as a character, not even talking about his character development later, it's his motivation. Starscream is not a revenge motivated character. He cannot canonically is more of a Lady Macbeth sort of character. Until he can seize power, he's going to like push Megatron in a specific direction. And that is very true when you read the comics because their divorce went terribly. But Dinobot is different, and that's what I like about Dinobot is that he is a part of the Maximal crew now, but he's really here for the sake of revenge. Like his loyalty is not going to be there until he starts arcing. But it's interesting to have the betrayer character being motivated by something like that as opposed to personal gain. Dinobot's not really interested in personal gain. At least that's what it feels like in these episodes.
Yeah.
Was I right with my earlier assessment that Dinobot's kind of low key the most complex character in all of Beast Wars?
He very much is the most complex character in all Beast Wars.
Having not seen every single.
Like,
But you will.
I will. I've seen enough to know that time travel shows up eventually. But when I was watching this as a kid, it would just be like, if I just happened to be home from school that day, it's like, oh, Beast Wars, cool.
I do think that's
Wars.
part of why these early episodes have been a bit weird for me is because Dinobot is doing like this 4-degree chess, like with Optimus when sort of they find out the bomb transporter. He's like, oh yeah, Cheetor's dead. We've got to kill him now. Cheetor's dead. And no one really calls him on that. It's like, oh, that's a level of Machiavellian plotting that I wasn't expecting from the previous episode, like the rest of the episode, which is like, Cheetor don't do this, then Cheetor does this. He's like on this other level, like he's there, like, oh, I'm going to bring down a nation, and then I'm going to infiltrate their water supply and fill it with fluoride, and then Optimus is there, like maybe we should put a gun up or something.
It is very interesting too because Dinobot also gives himself very plausible deniability there. He says he doesn't say that Cheetor's dead. He said he is almost certainly dead. Like that it's he got teleported in. I don't know how it happened. We just have to kill them now because this is the only option. And Optimus agrees. Optimus straight up is ready to kill them. He's like, dude, they'll have time to escape, but 30 seconds isn't that much.
Yeah, it's so weird that you presume, oh, maybe it's because I'm older now. And I was like, I presume the ending of the episode would have been Optimus going, well, then you lied to me. You tried to, but no, Optimus is like, ha, Cheetor, you. Oh, one day I'm going to kill you via firing squad, but until that day.
His buddy's back. It's very much it's very much kind of a, you were making the comparison earlier. It's very much like a Thundercats episode ending where it's just they're back in the giant pyramid thing, having just barely survived Mumra, and they're like, "Oh, Snarf," or
Cheetor is the Snarf at the moment.
Cheetor is definitely the Snarf at the moment
for these 2 episodes.
Oh,
damn! You sounded like you had a thought.
I mean, I have a lot of thoughts. I mean, yeah, there's we've got the energon veins that suggest mutually assured destruction that never is mentioned again. We've got arachnids, and yeah, like John was saying earlier, like tarantulas creeps me out. I'm a bit of an arachnophobe, and I kind of forgot how. I mean, despite his name, how spider-like this dude. It's not just like a Fortnite skin. This dude is a arachnid.
Oh, I wish I knew. I'm sorry. I would have warned you.
I wish
Yeah,
I knew we'd have done it sooner.
we're early in this beast too, aren't we? But
Literally.
yeah. Um yeah, I forgot about Tarantulas. Or at least how creepy Tarantulas is coming. Yeah, he's
Yeah, they are like a level again. It's that thing of like they are a level above the other characters we're seeing so far, which makes them feel even just stranger in context.
It, it's going to get really interesting too because it's weird because the characters' relationships to each other are going to develop in a very weirdly natural way, especially when we get to the point where Scott McNeil is talking to himself with the main duo of Rat Trap and Dinobot as they form their inevitable divorce couple. It's the weird thing about Transformers Beast Wars specifically is like just to what you were saying, John, is that Dinobot is on this different level, and you're watching these very interesting little complex pieces get put together, but at the same time they're not ready to break away from that daytime kids show format. And it's going the intensity that it grows to, where spoiler alert for a 30-year-old show, uh, where the fate of the entire human race and its evolutionary path on the planet is affected by this conflict, like it gets interesting. It gets really weird.
but do they ever answer where the trash comes
They never answer where the trash comes from.
from? In this weird prehistoric primordial world, do they ever answer?
They
But
never
at
answer.
least I can blame all my problems on Rat Trap. Uh, just before we end, I want to bring up something that made me very, very happy in the fourth episode. So my home province is British Columbia, BC. So actually, before we start this, Sam, I have a question. What is the language of the Transformers? Is it Cybertronics? Not Sam, Alex. Sorry, I was. What is
I
the
was just
language of
thinking
Transformers?
Cybertronian. I thought it was
So
just
they are Cybertronian. They speak Cybertronian, but Cybertronian has multiple dialects. So the Iaconian dialect, the Canite dialect, the Praxis dialect, the Vossian dialect. So they're all similar, but they're different based on the glyphs that are used. God damn, I know too much about
Okay.
Transformers.
Well, so in episode 4, you see Cheetor's dorm room, which is bizarrely sparse and monk-like, which doesn't fit him, but okay. He has a picture of a Cheetor over his bed with a load of glyphs on it. Those glyphs translate to the word restricted. This is because this is a reference to the restricted cougar, which sounds dirtier than it is. Basically, in the 1960s, the chief censor of British Columbia, let me find his name, Ray McDonald, found that people were complaining about going to see R-rated films by accident, R rating being the highest rating of film in British Columbia. So he basically decided he was going to introduce a symbol to symbolize an R-rated film. So before a film started, you would know if it was R-rated because you'd see a picture. He chose a cougar because it's got a dramatic presence and is also the largest wildcat native to British Columbia. It became known as the restricted cougar. I would like to quote Consumer Protection BC for one of the funniest things I've read in recent memory. This direct method of informing viewers of the restricted rating assigned to the movie they're about to see resulted in a significant drop in audience complaints. The trailers also added a new excitement to the movie-going experience. When the cougar made its way onto screens, audiences knew they were only moments away from the highly anticipated feature presentation.
nice.
Yeah, it ended in 97 when BC went to the Canadian home video release classification system. So R was changed to 18A. And again, to quote Consumer Protection BC, the cougar stepped down from its traditional role.
Traditional rule.
I love how they describe it like it's a real being.
Beast Wars is a Canadian production.
It is.
Yeah.
That's mainstream entertainment.
I saw that. I thought it was really, because again, it is the symbol is just a black silhouette cougar with restricted in white letters. I saw that. I was like, that's funny. And I looked into it. Like, oh, that actually is the restricted cougar. Okay, sounds dirtier than it is.
I like that. That is extremely fun. I like that it's the restricted cheetah now. But we are a little bit further into Beast Wars now. We got those 2 episodes, so I would love to hear some final thoughts from you about your Beast Wars experience right now so far, because we got more to go.
I'm still
Yeah,
kind
I
of.
mean, yeah,
No, you go ahead, Sam.
Tarantulas is creepy as hell, and Cheetor doesn't learn his lesson. We're gonna get some more Cheetor being running off and doing whatever Cheetor wants to do for a bit. So we've got that coming up.
Yeah, these were fun episodes. Again, I still think I really wish we had a little bit more time in them. I think episode 4 is the worst one of that for just moving at a pace that doesn't make you lose any sort of tension. But I'm very excited to hopefully not get Cheetor doing what he shouldn't do next episode. I'd like someone else to maybe get some focus. But I am loving Waspinator, who is my new favorite character in fiction, and Tarantulas is just fun.
Like, that's the beauty of the Decepticon slash Predacon side, is you do get very fun characters that get to do very fun things. There will be a different focus character for the next 2 episodes, but I like these episodes. I enjoy a lot of this. I have a very soft spot in my heart for this era of CG animation. You can see the work that, like, the genuine craftsmanship that you had to have for this kind of thing. It looks dated and weird by today's standards, but at the time, this was revolutionary. And it will continue to be revolutionary as we see Sam slowly descend into madness from watching Beast Wars.
I think
But
every cycle I'm destined to have it. If it's not Deep Dub Sailor Moon, it's going to be Beast Wars. Every cycle, there must be something that taxes my mind.
I love the Sisyphean task we've put before you.
Well, I want to point just before we end very quickly. If you're wondering why we seem especially confused, please look at the entire week we had to watch, because we went from Iron Giant, which is the most depressing in the world, to Cheetor doing this, and now we're going to This is not how I would describe as the perfect double feature if you want to retain your sanity.
But boy, oh boy, will it continue to be interesting as we pull into our final destination. That's right. It is time for us to disembark from Toonami Absolution. We want to thank you once again for talking about the shows that made us us and the shows that made you you. We have been your hosts. My name is Alyx.
I'm Sam.
I'm John.
And we'll see you next time. Bang.
Cheetah, no!